Hello, boat. Oh yeah, she's a chilly one today. Man, oh man, there was actually snow flying around earlier this morning. It's around 10 o'clock. And launch plus 2 days after our launch. And I'm here. I got some time, so I'm going to take advantage of this time. I'm going to do a couple little projects on the boat that I want to get going. You see, I turned the heat on because it was showing 45 degrees Fahrenheit in here. Woohoo, baby. As most of you know, I like to do all the maintenance work and repairs that I can on the boat myself. And for that reason, I always have to have all the tools with me all the time on the boat. It's very frustrating when I see other boaters being so ill prepared, given the fact that, remember, if this thing breaks down, if your boat breaks down while you're on the water, while you're traveling, it's not like in a car where you can just pull over to the side of the road and call for a tow truck or call a buddy to pick you up. There's potential for peril. So I would strongly suggest that everybody carries at least the basic tools. Now, the tools that I'm going to show you are probably a little bit more than most would want to have on the boat. But as far as I'm concerned, after 25 years of boating ourselves and having a number of issues along the way, it goes without fail every year on our summer holidays when we're out cruising, something breaks or breaks down or has to be replaced. So for that reason, I've learned to have all the tools that I need for all these repairs. Shy of rebuilding an engine, I think I got pretty much all the parts, all the pieces that I need, all the tools that I need, I should say, on the boat to handle pretty much any project. And not only that, if you pack everything away efficiently, you're not going to run out of room. As I stand here like a dummy with 2 screws in my hand, I got to put them away, and that's what brought to mind. So I'm going to show you my the tool setup that I have on the boat, where I store them, and how I have to have access to them. So lucky for us, this beautiful 370 Sundancer, a real 370 Sundancer, not the things that Sea Ray is pushing these days, has ample storage. Sea Rays have been renowned over the years for lots and lots of storage. So here in the floor, when we first got this boat and negotiating with my lovely wife, I said, I want this area for storage, so this is what I got. She wants the closets and that for everything else, clothes, blankets, whatever. That's fine. But I need my blankets. I need my blankets. No, sorry. I need my tools. I need access to them. So right down here, you can see this whole section opens up. But I'm just going to go section by section for now and show you what I have in there. Sorry for the camera moving around, but the gimbal wants to adjust itself. So down in here, now I'm just right in the cabin, right at the bottom of the steps. So if I'm working down the engine room and I need to grab something, I can come down here, pop off that panel, and have access to my everyday tools. Now there's one toolbox which is missing from its spot because it's sitting over there. Now these are my everyday hand tools, and don't mock me for this toolbox that I'm using, this plastic container. I've had it for years, and with that in mind, I've had this box with many of these tools with us since our 26-foot Sea Ray, which did not have as much storage room as we currently enjoy. So this was good. It was compact. It was easy to get at. It's plastic, so I don't have to worry about scratching surfaces and whatnot. So again, these are my everyday tools: screwdrivers, wrenches, or so not wrenches, but pliers, knives, and things like that. And I'm going to show you. I took all these tools out recently, just before the boat was launched, and I laid them all out because I kind of divided them from this tool set to another one, which I'm going to show you. And I'm going to just show you what I have for the tools. I'll go through them very, very quickly while you look at those still photos. I have 2 Olfa knives, pliers, every set of screwdriver, including, to my American friends, Robertson screwdrivers. Yes, the best screwdriver tips in the world. Yeah, so all that basic miscellaneous grab them everyday tools are here, and then that just drops down into this storage area on top of these toolboxes. Now this big boy as you can hear, it's steel. It's an old beach toolbox, and this has the heavier stuff that I don't need to get at on a daily basis, or sorry, not a daily basis, but a regular basis. So I put a lot of tools in here that I don't need to grab for most jobs that I do. I have extra set of pliers, razor blades, straight blades, hole saw, 2-inch hole saw. Why do you need that on the boat? Comes in handy when you're drilling holes in the bottom of your boat. Anyways, a real hammer, just a claw hammer, my heat gun, not my heat gun, but my heat temperature gun gauge, whatever you call this thing. But anyways, that's a fantastic tool. Million and one jobs. Miscellaneous drill bits, self-explanatory. I have both metric and imperial Allen key sets. Again, these ones have been on the boat with me since pretty much day one. Countersink bits. If you look at some of my other how I did it videos, you'll see me using those, especially in gel coat, fiberglass. A big set of pliers, well, channel locks, and then an oversized adjustable wrench, and then an oversized flat and Phillips screwdrivers, and then some extra pliers, extra screwdrivers that I don't need regularly. They are just doubles of what I have in my everyday toolbox. Okay, so we'll pack this away, put that back in the box, and on the top shelf is just miscellaneous stuff. Again, another spare offal knife, rolls of tape, miscellaneous loose drill bits, which I have. I'll show you a drill bit case that I have, and just a lot of little stuff. Zip ties. Oh man, zip ties. Go to Harbor Freight in the States, Princess Auto up here, the same type of deal. Buy these by the gross. Zip ties are our friends. Yeah, look at that. Lots of zip ties. Spare straight razor blades. A tire pressure gauge, an air pressure gauge, which comes in handy to look at my plumbing system. More on that in a later video. Yeah, so that's about it for that one. Oh, I'll get that one out of the way. That's heavy. That's why I don't use too much. This one here, let's see what's in this mystery box. This is I think this is Walmart box, but again, plastic, easy to carry around. Just miscellaneous stuff. Again, you'll see lots of miscellaneous stuff, but these are things that I use quite regularly throughout the season, if not all the time, at least once a season. Masking tape, again, 1,000,001 uses. String line, what the hell I need that for? This is great when fishing wires, especially through a radar arch or through your helm, and you want to pull a new wire. Just attach that to it, tape it to it, you can pull it through, and that's your string line, and leave that to wherever you're working. LED bulbs. These are newer ones. Yeah. Again, just miscellaneous LED light bulbs that I've accumulated over the years. Some are better, some are not, but I have the space. So more stuff here. This is something that I got a long time ago, and this is emergency. They call it rescue tape. If you have a hose that's leaking, you can wrap it around there, and it's basically friction fit, and that should get you home. I have a couple of tubes of that, a couple of rolls of that. This stuff that I've shown you before, I have a standalone video as to filling small holes in your fiberglass, your gel coat. This is a 2-part epoxy. Take the lid off. That's actually, I'll show you right now. Oh, this one is not used yet. So you peel that off, you cut off a section of what you need, you just squish it all together, and then it hardens all by itself because it is 2-part epoxy. Like everything else, or a lot of other things, 1,000,001 uses. Here's the open container here. If I remember, I'll leave a link down in the description. to where I've used that in the past and why it's such a fantastic doohickey. Giant socket. Why do I have that? I don't know. It's a 15/16. I'm sure I needed it for some. So I got that. Again, a hole saw. One of these tapered hole saws. I don't know if you can see that. But rather than leave me a link to all these different jobs that I've used this stuff for, just go through my playlist of how I did it, boat repairs and upgrades, and you'll see me using that on the last boat, drilling big holes in our beautiful swim platform extension. Yeah, and a lot of other projects where you'll see me using these tools. Okay, digging down a little bit deeper. A 1/4-inch drive socket set. Yes, absolutely. Metric and imperial. Wrenches. 1 of 2 wrench sets. Again, metric and imperial. Just easy to grab. Easy for pretty much every job. What do I have in here? This is a more of a compact socket set. 3/8" drive. And all shallow sockets, but again, that's 1 of 2. This is more or less like my everyday socket set. Down here, lights. Watch your eyes. Woo. Anchor Girl says I have a fetish with for flashlights. You can never have too many flashlights. These guys, you see me using before again when I was doing the fridge. Again, thank you, Paul, neighbor Paul. Wow, these things are awesome. This was a gift from a neighbor boater, I should say. Use those all the time. Down here, I have another standalone drill bit set. I'm not going to open that because it's a pain in the ass to close. Just a simple one. Really simple. So that crap all goes down here. Oh, look at that. More zip ties. More zip ties. Have lots of zip ties on the boat all the time. So I'm going to just pack this stuff back inside here, and then we'll dive into the front. One more thing that I forgot to point out, but you've seen that already this year, is this guy. This is awesome. Just a DeWalt battery-powered flashlight again. Oh, see, again, there's my problem with the flashlight. But these things are awesome because they, you can bend them, you can hook them up, and of course, if you have any DeWalt power tools, it comes with. Well, you just swap out the batteries as you need them. And as I mentioned to you earlier in a previous video, the first time I was back on the boat this season, this thing sat here on the floor all winter long, and the battery was still up in charge. So that can go there, and you'll see, place for everything in its place, and easily accessible. Okay, I put that hatch cover back down. We'll open this one. Ooh, what's in this container? Wow. Whoa. So again, this is stuff that's not really everyday, unless I'm doing everyday jobs. A lot of electrical stuff. Again, you'll see doing electronics, lights, whatever. These things are a bonus. Like I say, you can buy these in a bulk pack. They are all sorts of different pieces there for doing your 12-volt wiring. Maybe even some AC volt or heat shrink. So all those guys. And then what do we got down in here? I know I have another box with electrical stuff. Oh yeah, that's right down the bottom. So pulling this one out, again, just a tiny little cheap plastic thing that I've had forever. This is a Rubbermaid actually, yep. This has been going back to day one. This container, which is marked fasteners, self-explanatory, miscellaneous screws of all sorts, retainers, bolts, nice stainless steel bolts left over from past projects, and no, I'm not going to throw those away, honey, because you never know. Good quality stainless steel, good to have on the boat. Pieces of sandpaper, which really should be in that other one, but they're here for now. And yeah, just lots of different fasteners, straps left over. Ooh, more zip ties. You'll see more of those coming up soon too, I'm sure of it. And a whole bunch of stuff. This here, I'm going to show you in another video at some point. Oops. This is annealed stainless steel wire, and this is absolute necessity when you're hooking up an anchor. So yeah, a whole bunch of different stuff in here. Again, I'm not going to go through that in detail, but you get the picture. Screws, nuts, bolts, things like that. In a handy dandy package. Okay, back down in here, we have, this one is labeled caulking and sealers. No, not those type of sealers. See, that's where that sandpaper should have gone. But I have, this is amazing goop. This is for small little jobs. It's not silicone. It works better than silicone in my humble opinion. Lithium grease. Had this for years and years and years. Again, 1,000,001 uses. Lots of little pieces of sandpaper. I have this pipe strap, and it's coated, vinyl coated, so it's not going to potentially rust. What is this? Contact adhesive, more sandpaper, some bunch of dum-dum, more zip ties. Look at that. Yeah, more tape, more of that epoxy. This stuff here. Lots of different things and stuff. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be looking at this and say, Paul, this is ridiculous. Do you need to have this stuff on the boat all the time? Yes, I do, because I don't need this stuff all the time, but when I need it, and I know it's here. And these containers are so nice and compact and stackable, and they're out of the way. So yes, this stuff stays on the boat all the time. Everything I'm showing you stays on the boat all the time, year round, never comes off the boat. And I don't have to run home to get this crap. I mean, sure, I got to go to a lumberyard or hardware store once in a while, maybe grab some more screws or fasteners. Clearly, I don't have everything that I'll need for all eternity, but it's good to have miscellaneous stuff. Okay, another box from Walmart. What do we have in here? A whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, right, wiring. Wire, different gauges of wire for DC powered toys, items. I got a bunch of bungee cords in there, spare electrical tape, tuck tape, which is phenomenal. If you ever use tuck tape, most of you would probably recognize the red. This blue, it's like $2 more roll. Highly worth it. This is super sticky, and it's thicker and it's stronger than that red stuff. So on the job site at work, that's what I use now exclusively. It's just the blue stuff. So that nice container, and I'm a little bit jealous that there's some spare room in there. Maybe I should find other crap to put in there. Okay, electrical. One more box that I've had forever and ever, and this is phenomenal. Electrical stuff, these pinchy grippy things. So that's a tool that I leave outside of my toolbox, simply because if I'm doing electrical and I need this, it will be with my electrical stuff. That's not something I use all the time, so it stays with the electrical. Fuse holders, wire clamps, right? Clamp sets for just bunging up your wires when you're running new lines. Again, miscellaneous piece of wire I have in here, which is, oh, what do we have here? More zip ties, more of those vinyl clippy cloppy things. These things, I don't even know what they are. Soldering gun, yes, have a soldering gun on board your boat, and of course solders down there as well. These clamps, which really don't belong down there, but I have them anyways. Fuses, miscellaneous fuses, old switches, knobs, and these things, doodads for hooking up VHF antennas. Again, old stuff. Fuse holders. Okay. Oh, this. Ooh, no, that's not it. Oh, did I see it? Down there. Here we are. A polarity tester. So for your AC, if you come into a marina that might look sketchy, you just want to plug in the plug, just make sure your polarity is correct. It's like a $12, $15 thing from Home Depot. Yeah. So stuff like that. Mostly electrical in here. Pretty much all electrical. And yes, zip ties are electrical. Gotta have the zip ties. Gotta have the zip ties. And that fits in there nicely, neatly. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, over here. Now, this is more light bulbs. All sorts of different light bulbs, a lot of LED bulbs. Ooh, there's some clips down there too. Yes, I'm just as surprised to see some of the stuff as you. But a lot of LED bulbs that you buy off Amazon. Don't hate me for that, but we get a lot of stuff because, you know, you don't buy one or two, you buy a box, because they're like $20 for a box of 12 or whatever it is. So cheap. And same with those are 1156 bulbs, which I had to get for down the engine room, all LED. And since they're cheap, they're probably not going to last that long. However, we get a couple years out of everything that's on this boat. Nothing has burnt out yet. Okay, we'll reach down in here, and we have, in this container is, I'll open that so we don't have so much glare, miscellaneous stainless steel screws of all different sizes and dimensions, and even different head sizes or styles. This thing here, just like I say, lots of miscellaneous screws. That battery shouldn't appear. I'm going to put that with the rest of the batteries. Fuses, those things, Marrettes. Ooh, look at that, even more fuses. And a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I got a sewing kit in here as well. I think I actually have like a real sewing kit somewhere on the boat. I'm sure I do. Tell me, what's the one thing missing in this box? No zip ties. Okay, so those guys go together. I'm gonna leave that out for now. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I'm just gonna set these bigger boxes back down in here, get them out of the way. The things that stay over here, that is. Okay, these ones gonna go back there. Go. All right, what can we see down here? This electrical tester. Everybody needs an electrical tester for testing your electrical. This guy is still out here sitting loose. It's going to go in a container at some point. Oops. But if you, again, going to refer to my how I did it boat repairs and upgrades playlist, you'll see that I just posted a video in real time today, as a matter of fact, of removing the stripes on the hull of this boat. And I still have to do some more because I'm going to take the pinstripes off the upper deck. So that's why that's out here for now, because that job will be happening soon. So back down inside here is a DeWalt cordless drill set with spare batteries. I have a hacksaw down back here. I'm going to try and not pull everything out of here because, oh, it's a hard reach. Hard on my back. Heat gun. This thing is only about 1 million years old. 2 regular, everyday extension cords. Self-explanatory. Those things are about 25 feet each. Miscellaneous piece of hose. Again, that's out for a project that is coming up relatively soon. Okay, there's caulking gun, as you can see. Just plain old everyday caulking gun. I got a couple of tubes. I got a tube of silicone, and even though I dis silicone, it still can, have its place. Another big package. Oh, look at that, of zip ties.
Paul, you're obsessed with zip ties. No, I just like to have them. Okay, little package of stainless steel screws. I believe, no, these are not. Yeah, just stainless steel screws. I will reach this one out. Oh, what's in it? Hold on, bear with me. Okay. Oh, the Stanley box has the other set of wrenches. As you can see, wrenches there. Another set of sockets, 3/8 drive, 1/4 inch drive, and deep and shallow sockets. So this is for more bigger-ish type of jobs than my everyday little guys that I have that I had shown you before. And these kits, you know, they come on sale. Like this will be like 148 pieces, normally $99.99 on sale for $39.95. So that's when I bought this, when they were on sale one day. And good to have. Nothing's broken, even for a cheap set, relatively cheap set. Inexpensive, I should say. And then what do we have back here? Hold on, let me get a flashlight. Oh, do I have a flashlight? I just haven't had a flashlight. Now we're looking back there, and what do we find? What do we see? I have a jigsaw, more caulking, and more stuff that I'm not 100% sure what it is. Oh, that bag has spare filters for the air conditioner. It's not filters, it's that filter material that you just cut to size. And down here there are some plastic pieces and aluminum angle, which again, these are for more heavier projects, but good to have. I'm going to show you at some point what I did in the engine room too, just to stabilize something. That's why I had these angles. These guys are left over from when I did, what did I do? Oh yeah, the another project. So good to have. And fine grit, 2000 grit sandpaper. So again, everything's back where it belongs, and this is why I say a lot of that stuff on the front is not needed on a super regular basis, but it's still accessible, and I have it here. And like I say, or as you can see, everything fits nice and neatly. So I'm just going to put that back down there. That's that. But we're not done yet. Hold on. So leaving this space on the floor where I just showed you, and coming into the aft cabin, and I've got this open because I was putting some stuff away in here yesterday, and there's tons of storage back here as well, and this is all for me. And what's in here? Lots of spares. Sorry about that. Yeah, so what's in here? Spares. I have so what's in here? Spares. I should pull this stuff out. Next, we have this very important box. I know what it is. It's all my Westerbeek stuff. Tune-up parts. Yes, I still have to put a couple of ignition wires on, but they're so hard to get at on this boat. So I'm going to do that this year. I still got to change a couple of plugs as well. And I ordered all new switches for everything. Switches, senders, whatever you want to call it. And I haven't had to replace them. Again, these are just spares. Filters, impellers. I probably have like 4 impellers spares. See? But I replaced the pump, 100% the pump last year. So we should be good to go for a while. Spare belt. And yeah, you never know. So I never know. But I do know, because at some point, something's going to fail on that generator. And hopefully I have the parts that I need with it. This is my spare, if you saw my recent video about polishing. That's the old buffing pad. Okay, down in here, there is a spare blower. 2 complete Quicksilver / Merc impellers. Not just impellers, the complete water pump kits. So if they go, that's fine. I can just swap out the entire water pump. Oh, what else do we have here? Some hinges, some wire. vacuum flush parts, duckbill valves. Get yourself lots of duckbill valves. And I have a seal, and I also have a toilet seal in there as well. Bilge pump, couple of float switches, and a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff like that. Yeah, more. This is, I would call this area more engine related than anything, even though the vacuum flush isn't. But it's in the engine room. Oh, look at that! Spare impeller, engine impeller. Spare engine belt. It's an old belt, but you know, in a pinch it's gonna work. It'll get me home. Yeah, another float switch and a bunch of other stuff. Pieces of hose. Yes, pieces of hose are good to have too. You never know when one's gonna blow out. And some wire that is more for AC wiring in there. Oh, can you see this? Hold on. Can you read that? That is a full tap and die set. Yes, a full tap and die set. Yes, I've used that. And it is a good thing to have on the boat. So that is what is down in there. So there's the breakdown on my breakdown tool. So I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, Paul, that's ridiculous. You don't need that many tools on your boat. Maybe you don't. I do. Like I say, we travel a lot, you know, watch my videos, and we're out sometimes for weeks at a time, and I don't want to be beholden to having to call a mechanic on the road. You know what they're gonna charge just to fix that little thing, because like I say, every year something breaks when we're away. Every year. I anticipate it. So knowing that and having the spare room on the boat, and with years of experience of understanding what I will need on the boat for the tools, that's why I carry these tools all the time. If you're not as up on doing the repairs yourself, you might not need a tap and die set, for example, or a cordless drill, or 2 sets of wrenches and sockets. But that's what works for me. And like I say, I had so many requests over the last couple of years to show you what tools and spares that I carry on the boat. So there you have it. So hopefully, if nothing else, it was a little bit insightful and something to think about, and maybe make up your own list, and hopefully you'll be all set and ready to go if there's a problem on the boat, or just everyday maintenance work on the boat, and not have to bring tools from home and say, oh, I forgot that screwdriver. Oh, I should have brought my drill. It's just neat to have. Alrighty. That's it for this one. I'm going to carry on with my next project and use some of those tools. So I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.